Welcome back to Chow Time Pods. Your host, Ray. Got video today from Kozmicverse.
80% of women are not marriage material. They're not. They're selfish. They're self-centered.
The way that when men say they don't want to get married and when women say they don't want to get married, they're actually saying two very different things.
So if men
They really are.
don't want marriage in 2025, why did they want it?
Most men today look at marriage and see a trap. The way men used to believe in marriage is crumbling. Many have come to the realization that women were in business, while many of them were just in love.
Now, women always say that we always saw it as a marriage contract, as a business. No, women were the ones that kind of saw it as a business because they saw all the benefits of the contract itself.
Personally, I don't know any man who doesn't want to be married. The ones who say that they don't, they do have said that or come to that conclusion because they have had difficult prior experiences and are afraid of being burned again. And that's fair. It's not to discount the experience or the reality of risk being involved in the process. But if that risk were to be magically taken away, I don't really know of any man who wouldn't really love to be married. I don't know any man who doesn't want to be...
She's correct. Right? If you took away the risks of divorce from men and we just broke up and things just ended amicably, I think more men would be okay with marriage. But that's not the case, and I don't think it's going to be the case anytime soon.
fully seen and known by a woman.
Modern day marriage often asks men to take the biggest risk with the fewest protections. Men are expected to provide, protect, work longer hours, and carry financial responsibility. Yet when a marriage ends, they're often told they should be grateful for every other weekend with their children while dividing assets they've spent years building. Marriage is supposed to be a partnership. Why do so many men feel like they're signing a contract where the consequences are far greater for them than the reward? Before attacking the question, ask yourself why so many men are choosing not to get married at all. And let's not dismiss the fact that most women put men in celibate relationships not long after the marriage.
25%.
Men aren't happy in marriages, in modern day marriages. So if you have a really good man and he is skeptical about getting married, this is why.
This is the...
Don't stop pushing it on us, all right? I push for marriage as in a sense of not the actual contract, guys. When I say I want marriages, I want families, I just want you guys to have long-term committed partners so you can have wonderful kids and build a great family. That's what I want. I don't want the actual marriage, but I can't call it anything else other than marriage. I don't know what else to call it, like long-term relationships or something, because that doesn't sound like solidify enough to be called that. I mean, I don't know. Maybe I'm stupid.
Clearest explanation of why men are not getting married anymore. The reward no longer matches the risk. Men are still expected to provide, protect, work harder, carry responsibility, and be traditional when it benefits the marriage. But if that marriage fails, the same man can lose the home, lose assets, lose daily access to his children, and still be treated like the villain. That
you lose the daily access and you get called a deadbeat. Like, imagine the courts take the kids away from you and you get called a deadbeat. You can't even really do anything about it.
That is the problem. Marriage is supposed to be a partnership, but too many men see it as a contract where one side can leave and the other side keeps paying. So when a good man is skeptical, he is not being childish. He is reading the terms. If society wants men to marry again, it has to make marriage feel safe, fair, and worth the commitment for men.
Remember, reads terms and agreements, guys. That's how they fuck you over.
And two.
My husband and I were together for 8 years, 4 years dating, 4 years married, and I decided to move out in February. And do you want to know how many times in the now 3 months that we've been separated that he's begged me to come back, told me how much he loves me, how much he wants to make it work, how much he misses me and our dog? 0.
Damn.
I guess that dispels the male loneliness myth.
I agree.
It does.
I ain't trying to prove anybody wrong. You can want what you want or not want what you don't want. But, if you fall in love, it's not up to you. What I'm saying is like, if you meet someone and you fall in love, you cannot deny how you feel. Unless, of course, you on purpose deny how you feel. So if men don't want marriage in 2025, why did they want it in 2024? Why did they want it in 2000? Why did they want it in 1980 and 1970, whatever? So what I'm saying is, you can have all the plans of, I don't want to get married, I don't want to fall in love, I don't want this, I don't want that. I get it.
This sounds romantic, but it misses the point. Men are not saying love does not exist.
Yeah.
They are saying love is not enough to protect them from a bad contract. A man can love a woman and still ask what happens if the marriage fails. What happens to his money? What happens to his home? What happens to his children? What happens if she changes her mind later? That is not cold. That is responsible. The old world sold men marriage as legacy, stability, family, and honor. The modern world often gives men legal risk, divorce statistics, custody battles, and financial punishment.
Well, when you look at the statistics, it's kind of scary, right? It's like, damn, women leave 80 to 90% of the time. They take half your assets to 70% of your assets. You lose custody like 90% of the time. Like, what the actual fuck?
So yes, love can move people, but love does not erase consequences. And more men are realizing that feelings should not make them sign something that can destroy their life.
It is not the wife's responsibility to keep her husband satisfied in the bedroom. And the fact that that's even controversial.
Am I supposed to satisfy myself? Because I can do that. It just involves other women, though.
It's very telling. Yet we have framed this as part of a woman's wifely duties. If you are a woman who has become increasingly disconnected from your body through motherhood and now into perimenopause, I have a hypothesis. When society or religion or gender roles connect to duty, it stops becoming a choice.
A marriage without sex is a, broken marriage. I'm just going to say it. There's no way to have a healthy marriage if you're not having, because it's an important part of that union. The intimacy is important. The connection is important. The attraction is important. It's all important. So when you have a situation where there's a problem, right? It's not viewed as duty the way she's describing it. I mean, she's got this like as if it's Handmaid's Tales-ish.
This is another reason men are questioning marriage. Some men look at marriage and see a contract where their responsibilities never stop, but their needs become negotiable. He still has to provide. He still has to protect. He still has to work, lead, fix, pay, and sacrifice. But the moment he talks about intimacy, suddenly it becomes controversial. That does not make sense. A healthy marriage needs connection, attraction, and physical intimacy. If those disappear, the marriage is not just missing one small thing, it is breaking down at the foundation. Men are noticing that marriage often demands traditional male duty, but
women get to be whatever feminist, modernity they want to be.
Treating traditional female duty like oppression. And when the arrangement becomes that one-sided, men start asking why they should sign up for it at all.
Things that guys do that are for girls, laughing. You're giggling at the bar with your friends. Yeah, bro. Oh, yeah, bro. The United States is about $30 trillion in debt. Go fix.
So he's supposed to spend his whole life working and fixing problems, but he can't laugh and hang out with his friends? It's a joke. It's not funny. This is why so many men don't date anymore or bother with women in general. And imagine a man made this video. There's dishes in the sink. Go wash them. You guys
there always is.
Lose it.
80% of women are not marriage material.
Ooh.
They're not. They're selfish. They're self-centered. They don't have just what I would consider that base core feminine skill.
They don't have the base core of a human person.
feminine quality. They don't have that. They don't even trust their own intuition. They don't even have good intuition. Like
What? But I thought women's intuition was the best.
I'm trying to teach a woman about intuition, like what that is and how to know things. That is deeply a part of the feminine.
You blame that? You think you blame that heavily on like the feminist ideology? Or
for sure.
Okay.
Because remember, feminism wants a woman to separate her mind from her body. It wants her to separate fact from how you feel about things. So that they want you to say that how you feel and a biological fact, like they want to pull those things apart. Yeah. They want them to heavily rely on IVF and fertility treatments and surrogacy to have children.
Which costs more money for no reason because women just waited because they're been fed a lie.
When a woman can have a baby for free, as long as she works with nature.
Here's the part a lot of people skip over. Men are not just avoiding marriage because they hate commitment. A lot of men are asking what kind of woman they are being asked to marry. If a woman has been taught to reject femininity, reject biology, reject cooperation, and treat marriage like a lifestyle accessory, then what is the man actually signing up for? Marriage is not just a wedding and a ring. It is a role. It is family, loyalty, trust.
There's purpose involved with marriage. The purpose is family. The purpose is kids. The purpose is to do the best for you and yours.
Sacrifice and responsibility. And when men look around and see women who want the benefits of marriage without the mindset of being a wife, they hesitate. That is not fear. That is pattern recognition.
Damn right.
A man is not wrong for asking whether the woman in front of him is built for marriage or just built for the attention that comes with being chosen.
Super annoying things that my husband does.
Oh, I didn't know we could put these on the internet. We're allowed to make lists about the hubbies? Okay, let me hear yours.
And I apologize to him and I say I'm sorry. Right away, he's just like, it's okay.
My number one annoyance of my husband is wayward.
Was he supposed to start an argument or something?
That's kind of sweet.
Number two, whenever I make plans with my girlfriends,
he tells you no and says you have to stay home and clean the house, right?
Every single time he'll just be like, okay, have fun.
I'm starting to think that you just complain to complain.
So that's annoying.
You know what else is annoying? You want to know what I think is annoying? Maybe I'll tell you in part 2. What do you think? That's my answer.
Being a woman with traditional values in 2025 means just saying things like, hey, I think men and women are different. I think that the end goal of relationships should be marriage. That's not even a normal thought process or normal things to say anymore. All of a sudden you're trad.
Crazy.
Or you post a video that's cooking for my husband because I love him. What is the baseline anymore? Where's the bar?
The baseline is hate men. If you don't hate men, you're wrong.
Are you just trad because you're a good wife and you say things like, hey, my husband is the head of the household? That used to just be a normal wife.
I'm tired of being single. I want to be a wife.
Well, darling, I hear you. And I feel for you, too. But
do you, brother? Do you, Dan? We know we don't feel for her.
Here's the thing. That ship has sailed. Men no longer want a wife. They don't even want a girlfriend or significant other anymore.
A roster might work.
I'm sorry. I know that's not what you want to hear. But that is the reality now. But I do have a suggestion for you. Why not just go find yourself another woman who's looking to get wifed up? And then you can wife each other up. I mean...
propose to each other, give each other rings,
Yeah, I get it. It's not ideal. We both know that the lesbian divorce rate is sky high.
Domestic violence also.
But at least for a little while, you can be wifed up. I hope it works out for you. I genuinely do. But the fact of the matter is, you need to realize that men are done wifing women up. There's no benefit, no reward, and a whole bunch of risk. So go into plan B and...
Like, I think men are actually more willing to marry other men in a non-gay way just to protect their assets and get the tax break. Right? I think there's more men willing to do that than there are men willing to marry women nowadays.
And marrying another woman is probably your best option now.
This is the reality a lot of women are running into. They still want the title of wife, but men are asking what comes with it for them. Because from the male side, marriage no longer looks like a guaranteed home, peace, loyalty, family, and legacy.
I mean, marriage used to guarantee sex, right? Because you couldn't get sex outside of marriage. So now, because you can get sex out of marriage, you don't get sex in marriage anymore, which is crazy. It doesn't even make sense.
It looks like risk, divorce risk, financial risk, custody risk, emotional risk. And if a man has watched other men get punished for doing the right thing,
and I'm sure many of us have seen many men around us get destroyed. I've seen many.
he is going to think twice. That is why some women are confused. They were told men would always want to marry. But men are not obligated to keep signing contracts that no longer benefit them. If women want men to value marriage again, marriage has to stop looking like a trap for the man who commits.
Having babies out of wedlock is not slowing down, it's actually speeding up because men have checked out. Men are not afraid to be fathers, they are afraid to be husbands to women that bring drama, disrespect, and emotional warfare to their peace. So what happens? Men still want legacy. They're going to clap cheeks, but they gonna keep it moving. No vows, no risk, and no drama. It's very sad, but unfortunately, as women, we're doing it to ourselves. I have seen it firsthand, up close and personal. I used to be in the wedding industry, so I can tell when love is there and when it ain't. I can look at two people standing at the altar and say if they deeply love each other or not. You can see it in their eyes. And I'm telling you, I done been to enough weddings where it ain't been no emotions at the altar. It's nothing but performance for the photos. I have seen this countless of times, and I realized that as women, we have stopped marrying for love. Men marry for love and we marry for status and money. Trust and believe, men see this too. This is why they are opting out. No man signs up to feel like a wallet and not a partner. Men are absolutely tired of being used, discarded, and drained. Men didn't kill marriage. Women killed marriage, and men have just stopped volunteering to lose it all for women that don't even respect or love them.
We need to ban divorce. We need to ban alimony. We need to ban child support. Women should not be rewarded for making the wrong decision. No way. No. Levy Television says, nah, bro, she's asking for $20K for what you put her through. Jesus Christ. Oh, being a housewife is so hard. My husband was mean to me sometime. And now you deserve $20K a month? Do you guys live in absolute delusion? What the hell do you need $20K a month? You know what's so funny? I'm going to tell you what's so funny. The richest people I know don't live like that are the most wealthy. They don't need $20K a month. And it's these stupid, psychotic women that ruin it for women that actually want traditional outcomes. Ladies, let's talk to the traditional women out there. The women that want to be married, that want to be wives, that want to be mothers. We need to start shaming this. This stuff is so dead. I'm so tired of seeing it. I'm so tired. And I'm so tired of women defending this shit. Prenups are not foolproof, and the problem is traditional men are punished.
This is one of the biggest reasons men are walking away from marriage.
People talk shit about Pearl, but she still advocates for men. Even if she is somewhat grifty, I can admit that she is somewhat grifty, but she does truly still advocate for men, though. Like maybe she's not fully genuine, but she puts in work.
They see what happens when it ends. A woman can leave, break the family apart, and still walk away with money, leverage, sympathy, and access to the children. Meanwhile, the man can lose his home, lose time with his kids, lose assets, and still be told to keep paying. That is why men do not see marriage as romance anymore. They see it as legal exposure. People can argue about the numbers all day, but men are watching the pattern. Women initiate most divorces, and the system often rewards the exit. So why would a rational man sign a contract where someone else can break the family and he still gets punished.
Yeah, and it can all easily be fixed with no-fault divorce being gone, maybe actually having a reason for divorce, and if there's a solid reason, you don't get anything, right? Or if there isn't a solid reason, if there isn't a solid reason, you don't get anything. If there's, oh, he cheated, and you have proof of adultery or whatever it is, all right, then you get assets. But if you just want to leave, go on and leave. Please like, subscribe, comment down below. I really appreciate it, and catch you guys next time. Ciao.